Welcome back, Waltham High. I'm Cole Suave.
And I'm Big Isco.
Yo, Big Isco, dude, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, what's good?
Do you take any AP classes this year?
What's an AP class?
And let's check out Mo's and Colin's segment on AP classes.
What classes do you teach?
I teach an AP European history class and have taught it for the last 3 years.
All right. Why should students take AP classes?
You should take an AP class for a number of reasons. One, I know that a lot of you are thinking about applying to college, and it's a very competitive process right now. Taking an AP class shows that you are stepping up to the challenge to challenge yourself, and it stands out for schools. Doing well on an AP exam, that also shows to schools that you're somebody who's well prepared to go to college, and it also has the opportunity to earn you some credit as you head off for college, which is a nice thing to have a step above everybody else as you get your foot in the door. And then and finally, I think that it's preparing you for the college environment in general. You get a sense of what to expect when you leave us here at Waltham High School and head on to your next step.
What class do you teach?
I teach AP Calculus.
What type of student is a typical AP student?
Typical student, I would say, number one, hardworking. Number two, inquisitive. Wants to really understand, the material and the concepts, and typically has probably been in honors track for a majority of their time at the high school.
All right. How hard are AP classes?
I can only speak for mine, but in general, they're very difficult. It is a college-level class, so the expectations, the rigor, the pace are all a little bit more than the typical student has seen in their, under junior, sophomore, freshman years. So it is definitely a challenging course, and I think almost any AP at this school will be something where the kids really have to push themselves to do well.
What AP class do you teach?
I teach the United States History AP. I think it's a good idea for students to take an AP, first of all, because it's good to challenge yourself academically and to realize that you can do well if you work hard. And secondly, it's a good idea to take an AP class because it'll help you get into college. The strong colleges expect students to have challenged themselves. So if you have an AP or 2 or 3 APs on your college transcript, it certainly would help you get into a good school. To succeed in the American History Advanced Placement, first of all, you have to have a strong work ethic. It's a college class. You're given college credit. There's a lot of reading. There's a lot of studying, so you have to have a strong work ethic. Secondly, you have to have an interest in history. It's probably not a course to take unless you have some interest or some passion for history. And I think if you have those two things, a strong work ethic and an interest in history, and you're a good student, you've done well in previous classes, you'll do fine in an AP.
What AP classes do you take?
I take AP History and AP Micro.
All right. Why do you take AP classes?
I figured it'd look good on like a college transcript or high school transcript to apply for colleges.
All right. How hard is it?
I wouldn't say it's too hard. It's like the same as normal classes. Not that difficult.
Okay. Do you suggest students take the class?
I would.
All right. Thank you, sir. What AP classes did you take?
Last year I took AP Biology and AP History.
Why do you suggest students take AP classes?
Yeah, if they're willing to put in the time and work.
What AP classes do you take?
I took AP History last year, and I take AP Calc and AP Psychology this year.
Why do you take AP classes?
To challenge myself.
How hard are they?
They're challenging, but they're good if you're willing to put in the time.
Do you suggest students take AP classes?
Yeah.
What AP classes do you take?
Last year I took AP Stats, U.S. History, and this year I'm taking Psych, Bio, and Calc.
Why do you take AP classes?
So I can get credits for college courses, so I don't have to take them in college, and I can just relax.
How hard are they?
It's just a lot of work. You have to put in a lot of time and effort, and in the end, it just really benefits you.
Do you think students should take AP classes?
If they're really interested in the subject and actually want to pursue a career in that, then I think they should.
Wow, sometimes I just wonder what my life would be like if I actually took an AP class. But I'm just too smart.
Yep, and that's why you're failing all your classes. Maybe the vocational program is more suitable for you.
For real, let's check it out with Lucas and Benice.
In the freshman and sophomore years, students have the option of trying out one of the introductory courses in a number of different vocational tracks. Those introductory courses meet twice a week, give a student a little bit of insight into what they might experience in the field, just some general, very basic foundational skills. And if a student enjoys what they learn, finds it something that they're interested in pursuing further, they could then enroll into year one of the vocational track in that program. Typically, year one is going to be an 8-period course, and junior year becomes 12 periods a week, possibly 14 periods a week, and then senior year it's 14 periods a week. So they're spending half their schedule in the shop.
So the electronics program is a Chapter 74 approved program here at Waltham High School, where the students can elect to join others in the field, learning to train in the field of electronics. When they graduate, not only do they get a diploma, but they get a certificate of proficiency in electronics.
Well, we have several cooking classes here at Waltham High. It starts out usually with freshmen in Chefs 1, which is 2 days a week. And then a lot of sophomores take Chefs 2, which is also 2 days a week. And then as you get older, you can bump it up to some 4-day-a-week classes. We have food service management, which are both 4 days a week, 4 hours. And that's great because you get to cook and eat a lot compared to the 2-day-a-week classes. And then if you're really into it, there is an 8-period-a-week vocational class called Culinary Arts. And those are more students who plan on becoming a chef or just really like cooking and want to go a lot deeper than the other courses.
If they're interested in it, they decide to take it as a program, that's Carpentry 1. And there's many nice projects which, again, are available for the students to do, to take home, free of charge for the materials. And it brings on a lot of self-satisfaction with the projects that they're able to do. If they decide to stick with it and decide to continue on, we have Carpentry 2 and 3 for the juniors and seniors. The projects are larger projects. We also have school projects here that the students are involved with. Waltham is in the midst of changing, Waltham High School is in the midst of changing and being more of the construction trade into the program, where we'll be actually teaching house framing, both in roofing, floors, walls, all of that type of framing.
Now, once they get to senior year, they might have the opportunity to do a co-op, which means they could, instead of being in the classroom during that time, they would be with an off-site job supervisor. They're getting credit for the class through working.
They can be out there making money in companies in the Waltham area, companies like Eltronics over in Clematis Ave. We had a very successful run last year with a co-op program there.
Any student who eventually enrolls into year 1, year 2, year 3 of the program, they would have their foreign language requirement waived for Waltham High School, just in order to make the schedule work. One thing students want to be careful of, there are some students who will be in a certain vocational track who still plan on going to a 4-year college. If that's the case, they do not want to waive that foreign language requirement. They want to make sure they're taking at least 2 years so that they're meeting the college admission standards.
Just like any other program, there's no reason why you can't choose a vocational program and also go to college. Many people think that that's the case, where you just choose this track and that's it. There's no college or nothing beyond high school, and that's not true because we have students go to college all the time.
Those look like some snazzy classes.
Definitely. With the word around that 3D Club is pretty snazzy itself.
All right then, let's roll the clip with Jeff and Brendan on 3D Gaming Club.
This week, me and Brendan decided to interview some students and teachers on their thoughts about the 3D Gaming Club.
Whoa. No running. Now we have to interview you.
Okay.
Do you like video games?
The active kind? Yes, I like video games. As a matter of fact, I try and play on the government computer, but they shut us out at night. That thing on the network that basically says no more playing games, Hurley, whatever.
You should join the 3D Gaming Club. Do you know what it is?
No, I don't. I have no idea what the 3D Gaming Club is.
No. I don't.
No. Take a guess.
Probably three-dimensional games. I would imagine they're on the computer.
A club where you play video games and make video games.
Does it have to do with video games?
Yes.
Oh.
All right. Would you like to join the 3D Gaming Club?
Not at the moment, maybe after looking into it further.
Never. Probably not, no.
Is it competition?
There are tournaments.
After school?
Yes.
It could be an issue. Is it right after school?
Yes.
Are they Waltham computers?
Yes.
Okay, who's interviewing who here? That sounds like fun. I wouldn't mind coming to see what you have to offer, because I like games that I can play between 3 and 4:30.
Have you been in the 3D Gaming Club in the past?
I have, and it's honestly not that bad. It's pretty fun.
What are some aspects to it?
People code, design, and sort of any storyboard, all the steps you need to do to make a video game, basically.
Is it fun?
I'd say overall, yeah, it is.
How do you join?
I think you talked to Miss Beninti.
Will you be joining again?
If I have time, I will.
Thank you. With the 3D Gaming Club starting up next week, we thought it would be a good idea to interview Miss Beninti about the details of it. What is the 3D Gaming Club?
The 3D Gaming Club is a club for students that are interested in playing video games, like playing video games, or if you're interested in 3D design. We've actually used a game engine before to create worlds, to design our own video game. It's pretty fun. And we also, as part of the 3D Gaming Club, we throw tournaments. So after school, we do a couple of them a year, and all the students from the school are invited, and it's just like competitions, like, so we have prizes and food, and it's really fun.
When is it?
The 3D Gaming Club is starting next week on Thursday, and it meets immediately after school on Thursdays.
How can you join?
Just come. Show up.
Hey, Cole, you know what?
What is it? What is it now?
I might just join so I can be in the yearbook more. I'm just kidding, but I am going to join.
Did you just say the Y word?
You know I did. Let's check out what's going on with the yearbook with Juan and Matt.
Miss McHugh, how is yearbook coming along this year?
It's coming along great. We're just at the beginning stages, but we're working hard to produce a great book for the class of 2014.
And do you feel like you have a good team?
We do have a good team, smaller than usual, but they're working even harder.
Do you enjoy being a part of the yearbook committee?
Yes, I do.
What is your role in the yearbook committee?
I'm the event editor, so I basically get like quotes and pictures from events and put them all together for the yearbook.
Why should people buy the yearbook?
People should buy the yearbook because it'll have pictures and quotes from all the events throughout the year for all grades too. It's not just for seniors, and it's especially great for seniors who want to look back and reminisce when they're older.
Do you enjoy being a part of the yearbook committee?
Yeah, I do. It's a lot of fun.
What is your role on the yearbook committee?
I'm the sports editor, so I talk to all the captains and get all the sports records and stuff.
How far along are you guys in the yearbook process?
Right now, we're working with all the fall events and making sure that the pictures are top-notch.
Are you going to buy the yearbook?
Yes, I am.
Why do you think students should buy the yearbook?
Well, especially for seniors, it's a great way to remember your high school memories.
Are you buying a yearbook?
I am.
Why are you buying a yearbook?
See everyone's pretty faces.
Are you going to buy a yearbook?
Of course I'm buying a yearbook,
Why do you think people should buy the yearbook?
because then you get to look back and remember high school.
Are you buying a yearbook this year?
Of course.
Why do you think students should buy the yearbook?
I think it's nice to have memories to look back on after you graduate.
Yearbook?
Yes, I am.
Why do you think people should buy the yearbook?
Just as like a memory when you get older to look back at it.
That was awesome.
Yeah, before I think about joining in more clubs, I'm going to stop by the high school for some mini golf.
We have mini golf here?
No, it was just a fundraiser that we are hosting.
My word. Let's see what this is, because I'm down for some mini golf right now.
Come
come on down to Waltham High School's gymnasium on November 2nd for Putting for Patience.
Tell us about Putting for Patience.
It's Saturday, November 2nd, 4 to 8, and it's a fundraiser for Dana-Farber and the Jimmy Fund. And it's a mini golf course set up, and it's $10 for kids and $15 for adults.
There will be free face painting, an event photographer, as well as baked goods. And don't forget that all proceeds benefit the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute and the Jimmy Fund. Thank you for watching and hope to see you all there. Is there going to be music?
I don't know why.
Because I like to bump while I'm playing.
Maybe the school band will make an appearance.
Sweet. Let's check them out with Ben and John.
Well, music and fine arts has existed in the Waltham Public Schools for as long as there's been the Waltham Public Schools.
I play the viola. It's basically a larger violin. It's got different strings. You still hold it up like this. It's not like the big cello.
I play percussion.
How long have you been playing it?
For 7 years, since 4th grade, actually.
Do you enjoy playing in the band / orchestra?
I love it. But percussion plays both band and orchestra.
We prepare our students for those that wish to go on in higher education in music, as well as to provide an opportunity for students to have a creative outlet, not just in the instrumental aspect, but also in the vocal aspect.
We do a lot of fun stuff. We go on trips. We're going to Universal this year in, I think, March.
Orchestra, it's pretty fun. We get to do a lot. We get to play, perform many shows and stuff, and we're actually going to down to Universal this year, which is pretty fun.
And basically we just learn new songs. We play in the Student Santa Assembly. We also have several concerts every year, so it's a lot of fun.
Well, there's been a direct correlation between students who study music and their SAT scores, especially in the area of mathematics.
I might just listen to them for my pump-up music from now on.
I know, right? They're really good. I'm pretty pumped right now, so I can just go for some lax.
Then you should come down to Raptors on Saturday with me and some of the guys.
I'll be there, but let's check out Ray and Lee's segment on Raptors lacrosse.
Do you do Raptors?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I do.
I do.
I do.
No, because I am not good at lacrosse at all, and they said I could not play, and because nobody wanted to drive me there because I smell bad.
And what exactly is Raptors?
Indoor lacrosse and like some bubble that we play in Tewksbury.
Why do you do Raptors?
To prepare for the lacrosse season.
There's no real hitting. I mean, it's physical in an aspect, but not like outside as we play on the pit, but it helps definitely with stick skills. Improves my shot, even though I don't shoot that much, but rotations, just clearing the ball, running it up. Gets a little bit of everything.
To help me prepare for the season and get my skills ready.
It helps me prepare for the lacrosse season because in between the winter season and spring season, I sort of lose all my stick skills and agility, so it kind of helps me regain all that in that little field that we get to play on.
And what does Raptors help you with?
Mostly passing and maybe agility.
It helps me work on my checks and my agility and my passing.
Stick skills, passing, teamwork, footwork, all the off-season training.
And we caught up with Mr. Duffy as he talks about the changing game of lacrosse and how playing off-season lacrosse can benefit a player and the team.
How does playing off-season lacrosse help an individual during the actual season?
You know, I think it's important to play out of season, but I also think it's important for guys to play other sports. You know, when I was coaching at Waltham High, when we were successful, we were successful because we had guys that were multi-sport athletes. But playing out of season is very important. Just getting your stick in your hands, and really all you need is a ball and a wall, and you can play wall ball. I know the club programs are kind of taking over the off-season lacrosse, which is good, but it does have its drawbacks. It's giving Massachusetts a little bit more notoriety with regards to lacrosse, but I do think that playing out of season is very important. Well, I think there's if a team is playing out of season, I think that they build some camaraderie, and also it's like, and again, any other sport, when you look at other teams, whether football, wrestling, basketball, soccer, or baseball, what have you, if we have a nucleus of guys that are committed to playing out of season, they all have a bond there, and they all recognize the importance of that season. So I think that it creates chemistry within a team, which is so important, which we're seeing with the Red Sox right now. And so I do think that out-of-season lacrosse, it's important. But again, I want to emphasize the idea that you got to be playing another sport.
Now I'm definitely going. That looks so sick.
It really is. But do you know what is just as sick?
The new hair gel that just came out?
Are you serious?
Maybe.
I thought you would have guessed the Powder Puff game.
Oh, well, let's keep this rolling and check out Joey and Danny's segment on the Powder Puff game.
Powder Puff game is traditionally a football game played between two groups of female students. The way we've done it in the past few years, it's been the senior class versus the junior class.
Well, this year I will be the coach of the juniors class of 2015, so I'm looking forward to a win and fun game, fun times, guys.
What are your expectations of the game?
My expectations is to dominate the seniors because juniors are better. As you can see, we're coming out with a game plan. I got some things up in here that you've never heard of, so it should be crazy. And, I'm looking forward to a fun, enthusiastic game and get that W.
Well, I certainly expect that the senior class will put a beat down on the junior class during the Powder Puff game.
Complete blowout by the seniors, no doubt.
We're gonna win. I'm the wide receiver and she's a quarterback. Go Seniors! Go Seniors!
Seniors are gonna beat the seniors pretty bad.
Any key players?
Shauna, Jen, yeah, everybody, because we're just that good.
Whoa. I'll just go with the seniors first. Key players for them. I'm gonna look out for Taylor Scafidi, because she's the QB, and she can throw the rock. I'm looking out for Eva Fremprong because she's really fast. Talia, she's a beast out there. Who else? Many others, but I can't think of them right now, but I'm sure they got a good game plan.
What about your team?
Juniors, we got a squad. We have many athletes on our team, such as Jen Sexton, Paige Hosepian, who else? Katie Mill. I'm pretty sure we'll be ready for the game and come out with a big W.
Thank you.
I didn't know Moses was one of the coaches.
Yeah, but did you know that he was a starting wide receiver this week too?
For JV, right?
No, varsity, you nincompoop.
Well, let's see if I can learn something from Derek and Ryan's segment on playoff game this week.
This week we caught up with members of the football team to find out more about their playoff run.
What is it like being in the playoffs for the first time since 2000?
Well, we're excited. Like you said, it has been a while since the football program has made it postseason. So it feels great. It's a great accomplishment for our seniors and for our football team as a whole. So we're happy about it, and we're looking forward to it.
I was on the last team, that 2001 playoff team. Back then it wasn't a playoffs. It was just right to the Super Bowl, and less teams went. It was exciting to play. We played at BU at the time. I think we lost the game, which was not as exciting. But I think this new format is awesome. You get a bunch of teams in. There's only 4 teams in Division II North that are not in. So a ton of teams playing, a lot on the line, week in and week out. You got to win to advance. So I think it's exciting.
Who will the team be playing this Friday?
We drew North Andover, which team I don't think we've ever played here. We got some film on them, so watching them, they're a good football team. Obviously, every team that we play in the playoffs is going to be a good football team. So it'll be a test.
And this is a team that we haven't seen ever, so it should be a different experience. But we're going to prepare just like we have for every other game. And, we're not too focused on it being the playoffs. It's just our next game, and it's a big game because that's our next game.
How will you prepare the team mentally for this game?
Well, again, I think we need to stay focused on the task at hand, and that's execution and playing aggressive and playing the type of football that's expected here at Waltham. Outside of that, I don't think anything will be different.
It's the playoffs, man. If you can't get excited yourself, you can't motivate yourself for the playoffs, then you probably shouldn't be playing football, let alone any sport. But obviously, as coaches, we're going to do our best to get guys ready, make sure we're in the right place, feeling confident and excited.
And last question is, what makes this team different from past year's teams?
Different, huh? That's tough. Obviously, different kids. But this group is really good. We have a really good mix of upperclassmen, really good senior leadership, but also a ton of underclassmen who are participating and kind of help move this thing in the right direction.
It's been a while, like you said, since 2000, and we're looking forward to go far in the playoffs and work hard in practice and play as a team in order to get to where we want to be.
How will you mentally prepare yourself for this game?
Get a lot of sleep, definitely. Throughout the week, go through the plays in my head, go through what I have to do mentally, and when it's game time, show up, do your job.
Thank you. Good luck, Dana.
Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like, yeah. Here comes the, no. Here comes the, oh. Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like.
Man, I can't wait to just stand on the sidelines like I always do.
At least you're good at TV and broadcasting.
Oh, thanks, man. I've been working really hard this week to try to get my segments done.
Me too. It's hard getting things done with Wiley and Hazel yelling at us.
For reals, though. Let's check out what goes on behind the scenes in the studio.
What is your role in a TV newscast?
Well, last year I was the director every week. We get people together, keep the show organized, keep the counts, and keep everything rolling.
Junior year, I took on the challenging role of running the teleprompter for the news anchors, but the junior class does the newscast, so this year I do not have a role in the newscast.
Shut your mouth.
In the newscast, I typically either produce or am a news anchor.
And what's the point of a newscast?
Well, the point of the newscast, it's really a great way. It's something great that we can put together. We can go out and get these segments, and at the same time, we can also really let people know what's going on in the school, and have a good time doing it. And it's a little more fun than, say, the morning announcements or getting a notice.
Point of the newscast is to get important information to the students around the school.
The point of the newscast is to inform students, faculty, and members of the community about what's going on.
And do you think TV2 is doing a good job so far?
I think TV2 is doing a great job. They have a lot more people, and I think with that comes a new challenge, sort of they have more segments to do, and they have a lot more moving parts to put together. But I think there's some great talent in the TV2 class this year, and I'm looking forward to what they can produce.
From what I've seen, everybody's working hard. From what I've watched on the newscast, they've come out pretty good. So overall, they've done a good job this year.
I think TV2 is doing a fantastic job at the newscast, and they've been putting in a lot of hard work.
What's your role in a TV newscast?
I pretty much do everything from anchoring to editing to filming to interviews to directing, which I haven't done yet, but I'm hoping I'm going to be doing soon.
I shoot segments, and sometimes I work here, which is what I'm doing right now when we shoot activities week.
What's the hardest part of making a newscast?
I would have to say the collaboration between the people would be the hardest part because we're new at it and we are getting used to it.
Probably keeping all your things organized. There's a lot of cameras and a lot of memory chips and papers and the computers. We all have to share computers and share our projects on the same computers.
Well, that's all the time we have this week. For WHS News Now, I'm Cole Swab.
And I'm Big Isco. Stay snazzy, Waltham High.